We start with some fresh evidence on a case you've probably heard about in the news.
In fact, tonight, the police in London have asked us to take up the case of 11-year-old Nayantara Ali. In particular, we'd like to show you some new bits of evidence, two important things, the first time that they've been seen. They're both distinctive, and if you can identify them, frankly, you can probably identify the killer. Nayantara left home to walk to school at 8:15 a.m. 4 weeks ago today, Friday, November the 4th. That's the day before bonfire night. She lived in Pevensey Road, here in Forest Gate, East London. Now, there were two routes she could take to school, and it's important to know which way she went. A friend thought she saw Nayantara here in Odessa Road buying sweets. So if Nayantara then would have walked towards Woodhouse Road and gone to school the back way. But there is a sweet shop too in Dames Road, and Nayantara often went that way instead. Did you see her, or did you see anyone suspicious? Maybe on Wanstead Flats, which is the green bit opposite, or on any of the roads that run from Dames Road to Odessa Road. Above all, do you know anyone who ever goes into the disused stonemason's yard in Winchelsea Road, which is beside the railway viaduct? The railway's there in black. That's where Nayantara's body was found, in that yard, buried under rubble. And whoever put her there almost certainly had local knowledge. Several people tip rubbish here. Now, these were photos taken by a resident incensed by all the mess just a few days before Nayantara went missing. If you dump stuff there, believe me, no one is worried about littering tonight. Please call us if you've dumped stuff there in the last 3 or 6 months. 0500 600 600. You might not realise it, but even so have seen something which is crucial to the investigation. 0500 600 600 if you know anyone who dumps rubbish there. But above all, do you know where this comes from? It's a fitted single sheet. Its sort of pea green colour is unusual. Or do you know this carpet? It's about 7.5 feet in diameter, and it's been cut roughly into a circle, as you can see. Maybe it was used as a rug. It's a thick, tufted pile backed with hessian, not rubber. Detective Superintendent Doug Harvey is leading the investigation. The actual carpet is still in the forensic laboratories. What more can you tell us about it? It's pink in colour.
The unusual feature about it is it appears to have been unprofessionally cut from a larger piece of carpet. So perhaps there's a viewer who knows someone who's done that, or maybe even the remnants are still lying somewhere.
Now, the shape, this round shape, as you say, is fairly large, 7 foot, would have gone into a reasonably big room. The pile is probably from a bedroom carpet, is it?
It looks like a bedroom carpet. It doesn't look worn. The other thing about it, which I must say, is that it is possible that the body was actually carried through the streets for a short distance in the carpet.
So if anybody saw somebody carrying a carpet through that area towards Woodhouse Road, you really want to know about that.
Very much so, yes.
The sheet itself, fairly distinctive, but I mean, how would I know if that was mine?
Well, I'm told it's unusual for a bottom sheet of a bed, a fitted sheet, to have a valance fitted as well.
Now, the valance is the bit that covers not just the top of the mattress, but the side of the bed as well, and maybe the legs.
The base of the bed and the legs, yes.
And that's all part of the same thing, the same sheet. Now, presumably you're only interested in people in East London who recognise these things.
What I'm hoping for is within a very local area, if someone has looked over their neighbour's fence and seen such a sheet hanging on their washing line, or maybe in a service wash in a laundrette, I must hear from them.
Nayantara's clothes have not been discovered, all the kit she was with. This is obviously the most recognisable. This is identical to the jumper she was wearing, and the THS from her school there. This is the tie. She had an umbrella exactly like this. And tell us about the duffel case. She had some PE kit as well.
In the duffel bag, that was her school bag.
Yeah.
It's a black duffel bag. It may not be exactly similar to that, but it's certainly black, and with the words "Take this" from the pop group.
Take that.
Right across it. And in that she carried her books, her school books, her PE kit, various bits of personal property, all missing.
Maybe she went to somebody else's house, maybe she met someone. If you can help in any way, please call 0500 600 600. It's a free call number, 0500 600 600, or you can call the murder team at Leytonstone direct. That's on 081 556 8855. That's 081 556 8855.
On November the 4th, 1994, Nayantara left her house at 8:15 according to her grandma. The green icon is where she lives. The red lines are the directions in which she was known to walk to school. On the 29th of November, 25 days after she went missing, her body is turned up in a dump less than 20 yards from where she lives. From the information I can find, she was sexually molested and beaten to death. Now, I personally don't believe Nayantara, for the 25 days she was missing, left this yellow box. The reason I believe this is, why would someone kidnap her inside this square, take her outside of this square just to bring her back inside the square? Makes no sense. I personally believe that whoever dumped her there out of convenience. And who keeps a corpse for 21 days? Who keeps a corpse for 21 days? There's a giant park to the right. Why did they not use the park? I believe they used the tip or the dump is because it was the most convenient place for them to dump the body efficiently. There's a giant park to the right. Why did they not use the park? I believe because they were scared and the dump was closer than the park. They didn't want to take a risk going to the park. The dump was closer. Let's take her to the dump. We've got less chance of being caught because of proximity. They don't want to carry the body far. They're anxious. They probably believe the police are onto them. But would a stranger child killer think this way? Wouldn't they think, I need to get this body as far away from where I live as possible so suspicion does not fall onto me? So the box actually has to be smaller, because I think she was held closer to the dump than she was to either one of the parks, but not far enough away from the dump that someone would feel suspicious walking down the street with a carpet on their back. Just imagine there's a missing girl and this guy comes walking down the street with a carpet on his back. I mean, come on. Another thing about this case is when Nayantara's body was discovered in the dump, she was wrapped in a bedsheet and a carpet. Now, these are simple household stuff. Everyone's got bed sheets, everyone's got carpets. So the killer or killers never made no attempt to buy plastic bags or to do anything. It was almost like it was rushed. So it would be interesting to know if there was anything going on around that time, where police going door to door, what was happening around that time, because it seems like she was disposed of in a rush. Why did the killer have Nayantara for 25 days and rush on the 25th day? Surely 25 days would have been enough time for them to have made some type of effort, whether it be the location they dumped the body or how they tried to conceal the body. That it just doesn't make sense. And up until now, we're looking like, 27 years? Have the police not reopened this case and checked for DNA in them bed sheets and that carpet? They must be caked in DNA. Anyway, this is just me thinking out loud with a quick analysis of the case. Let me know what you think in the comment section.